Welcome, everybody, to the Slash or Smash podcast. I am your host, John Ahrens, and I'm joined, as always, and I guess forever, continuing from this point, by Tiffany. You'll remember her from Just Press Next Stuff.
Hi.
And Matt, also known as Hellfire in most of our chats and other things where he says vulgar stuff.
They found me on the street.
Where did we find you?
On the street.
You know, I'm not going to argue. I'm not arguing that.
I would have put you back. I would have taken you home and been like, this is too much, and I'd just put you right back on the street.
You wouldn't even try to put him up for adoption? Like,
You're like the stray dog that we just kept feeding, and then you just kind of become part of the family.
Yep.
well, welcome to the family.
We watched the movie Intruder, put out in 1987, and Hellfire, a.k.a. Matt, would you like to give me a little recap of the movie?
It is awesome. It is such a good movie.
Okay, hold up. Can I just say, I fully agree with you. This movie was fun as fuck to watch.
It gets
it was fun.
Describe so many different OSHA violations in a grocery store, as well as explain to us why the baby boomers were a bunch of spoiled rotten assholes with $1.39 packs of cigarettes.
$1.35.
$1.35 pack of Marlboro Reds. And I believe it killed you all movie to see that.
Yeah. All frickin' movie. And not to mention, all these little bastards are stealing everything. Every single item in that store was up for grabs. It didn't matter if it was beer, watermelons. Like, these little shits deserve to die.
Okay, can I say this? So the whole time in the movie, we were wondering, like, what time is it and everything. When I read the description of the movie after, it did say an overnight stocking crew.
Well, I figured it was literally like, so from when they close, that's when they start like restocking, re-getting everything all vamped up. Like, I expected this to be a 4-5 hour process, at least.
So right there, that tells you that third shift kills. So if you work third shift, don't do it.
It kills! Save your life!
If you don't get murdered by some intruder, you're going to get murdered eventually by just the I can't think of the word. The ravishes of time. There it is. Thanks. Good job, John.
Then you're going to look like you've been rode hard and put away wet when you never had a good time in the first place. If you could see me, it's kind of how I look.
He's definitely been ridden hard.
No comment. I ain't going there.
Okay. So let me just.
Podcast is about.
This is a very serious podcast. We are not going to be joking.
We do our jobs. We're serious people here.
So one of the things that I looked up, well, I did a little bit of research, not much, but I guess when this movie was promoted, it was promoted really hard with Sam and Ted Raimi and Bruce Campbell.
That bothers me so much.
I wouldn't say that this movie was to be taken serious in any way, shape, or form. But I will say is that it allowed these guys to be very creative in one of their first movies that they probably came out with, and really kind of just play with a lot of different stuff. With every creative artist, it's like they gotta get messy first before they can create something good.
They definitely got creative with the camera angles.
The cart was really good.
Yeah.
The cart, oh my god. The cart, and then later on in the movie when it's like in the bucket that she's using.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I don't really fully understand.
Yeah, I don't quite get that either.
Hey, they actually came back with that. You know, they came back and they brought it back by having that gratuitous ass shot for Jennifer.
I think personally, my favorite camera angle was the hand in the fish tank, just where nobody ever notices it. It plays no part whatsoever.
Chased by a killer. She's never gonna notice it.
There were so many parts where it's like, why are we focusing on this? The fucking blood dripping on the light bulb when the manager got killed for like an absurd amount of time. Yeah, we get it. It's changing the light in the room to red. We can move on.
It's a for sure thing that grocery store was haunted. I mean, absolutely for sure. That calculator was spewing out blood. I mean, how I don't know how that happens, but that's some
that did make
crazy ass
sense.
shit.
That was relatively odd. Okay, so I know a lot of people. Well, Joe watched it with us, and maybe others. But okay, I'm gonna try and summarize this movie, and you guys, you gotta help me because again, a lot of it I didn't understand. So the movie starts, and there's like 5 people at a grocery store. I think it's 5, an assistant manager
employees.
and a manager. Yeah.
You 7 or 8. sounds
Yeah, there's
about
more
right.
than that. There's a lot more bodies than that for sure.
Okay, so then there's this guy that like stalks / borderline assaults one of the cashiers.
Borderline?
Yeah, he's still a piece of
Borderline.
shit. That guy's just
Done.
still a piece of shit.
That's not borderline assault. He literally hit her. That is assault.
Yeah, he definitely would respect the fact that she said no, thank you. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Sarcasm for anyone who didn't pick up John's sarcasm.
That's fair, and you'll grow to love it. So then, it makes it seem like he's going to be the main bad guy of the movie. So they get him kicked out of the store, and then slowly but surely, everybody starts dying in the store.
Yeah.
And then I guess it's a watch party, so you guys probably watched with us. It turns out that the assistant manager is the one killing everybody
Mm-hmm.
because he didn't agree with the store being sold.
So there was absolutely
Yeah,
no reason to
uh,
kill off the employees. Just the one manager.
Yeah, just the manager, and he went out of his way to
Here's
kill the
the
other
thing.
employees.
I'm okay with that because the Jennifer chick, the main cashier that we were basically following, she literally confronted him and said, why did you kill everybody else? Because the guy even said, I didn't have to kill you guys, but you guys are bad people.
But I listened to you guys talk for 3 seconds, and that was enough. I knew you had to die.
Well,
I mean-
again, alluding back to Matt's point, they were stealing. They were literally popping cans open, drinking, eating.
But
As
did
they
he
were
really?
working.
Did he really say that though? I thought he just said, "Well, I just guess I just got carried away or some shit." Like
Yeah,
literally,
that's
it
what I
made
thought
no
he said, too.
sense.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if he were to say that, that would make more sense. But why would he kill the friend that was just leaving? Like literally,
Yeah.
she did nothing.
She
Yeah, that
was
one
just gonna
wasn't
put the stuff
deleted.
in her car and go. She was
That
just
one-
gonna go.
That
I mean-
one he didn't allude to, because technically he didn't kill the actual
She
other
probably
guy,
had a
the
comment of
manager,
what she
until
was wearing.
after. What? She was... in the 80s, man.
Yeah,
She was
in the
dre-
80s.
She was just a little too girl next
Yep.
door. He was like, I didn't like it.
That's the defense of the 80s. She knew what she signed up for when she wore that dress right there. God, that's terrible.
Oh no, we are gonna start so many other issues.
So we're gonna get canceled before we start. Perfect.
We didn't make the movie.
Wait,
Oh,
that wasn't
no.
the goal of the podcast.
And so- welcome to the How Fast Can We Get Canceled podcast.
Well, I mean, as we that's something as we go through 80s movies or older
yeah.
movies,
It
we're
didn't
gonna see
age
some
well.
of that. Yeah,
Dude,
We're gonna see
there's-
some of that.
I am waiting for that because there's definitely going to be something somewhere that we're not allowed to say.
Yeah. Oh God, yes.
So then this is the part in the plot where it kind of loses me. So they find out that he's killing everyone, and the guy who saves the day is the guy who assaulted Jennifer at the beginning of the movie. But we're just gonna brush that all aside now because there's a murderer loose.
It's
Yeah. Well, I
it's,
mean-
it's no. You have to look at it in a mindset because it was a slightly lazy way of writing. I will definitely say that.
Well, it's the lesser of two evils in that scenario.
Yeah, but technically he's stalking her because she broke up with him, and no.
Yeah,
He-
this guy is still a douchebag by
He was
all
a-
regards.
He was obsessed with her. She was trying to ditch him. That's how he, in turn, became the hero, because he was stalking her, trying to get back with her, but then that's when the killer was trying to kill her, so then he was like, oh my god, I gotta save her.
But he's still a stalker.
Well, of course he's still
Yeah.
a stalker,
He's
but
still a douchebag too.
we're not saying that he's not, but I'm just saying, that's how that works. There's not a lot of interpretation. Yeah, he's a douchebag who saved her because he was obsessed with her because he's got issues.
You'll see in a lot of.
I just find. Go ahead.
You'll see in a lot of instances in horror movies where it's like there are multiple bad people, but because of those, they're allowing other people to live in one way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
But she's obviously going to get assaulted, and the cops are going to show up and be like, "Oh yeah, isn't that the guy that saved you? Huh, what a nice guy." No, like you're a piece of shit, and you obviously stalked her. So, dude, you got weird boundary issues. But hey, thanks for showing up when this guy's throwing knives everywhere.
But he's got cheap cigarettes, so fuck him. He doesn't matter.
Yeah,
You know
that's true.
Guy's a dick no matter what.
Also,
In fact,
at
all
one
of them are.
At one point in the movie, she pocketed his change. I remember that.
He was getting dragged out because they were kicking him out. What was she going to do? Throw it at him? It's not like she was going to.
You don't get to steal it. You don't get to steal the change.
He slapped her. You're damn right she gets to steal the fucking change.
We'll call it even at this point. You keep that 37 cents.
That's all it takes to slap a woman? Jeez, boy. The 80s was cheap.
That's going to start going for that hospital bill, so hold your horses.
Oh my god. $1.35 cigarettes and you can hit a woman for 37 cents? The 80s was wild, man. It was wild.
Oh, God. Not to mention you could go through a human skull with a cake knife. I mean, that was just pure gold.
Dude, yeah. Okay, the Sam Raimi kill was so unnecessary.
Yeah, it really
The man
was.
just... He had his Walkman in, he was minding his own business. Just leave him alone. You could have killed everybody and he wouldn't have known. Plus, they probably would have blamed him.
Just leave him alone.
Yeah, literally, he would have been just eating watermelon and minding his own damn business the entire time.
Actually, he probably would have fucking chopped his own fingers off because you see what he was doing? Just no care whatsoever when he was chopping the fucking watermelon. Like, dude.
That's fair. All right, I made a few notes about the movies if y'all want to just kind of go through them.
Sure.
Sure.
All right, so the overly long opening credits.
Yeah. That was pretty
that's just what it was.
Man.
That's what it was.
It was absurd. And
Yeah.
if that was intentional, mwah, chef's kiss. That was funny.
It was not. I guarantee you it was not.
John, I have to ask, how many 80s movies have you actually watched in your life?
A lot. I was a product of the 80s.
I feel like you haven't if you were shocked by an overly long credit scene.
I remember long opening credits, but I feel like this one was... I wish I had the actual time it took for the opening credits to go past.
Yeah. It was
there
quite
was
a
a
bit,
lot
but
of big names. They had to...
Wow, there's so many
Everyone's
big
fine.
names.
They had to make sure that Campbell's name stayed on long enough for him to get paid properly, because his cameo was not enough.
His opening credits name was on the screen longer than he was actually in the movie.
Yes, that's not an exaggeration. We are legitly serious.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, that fight scene
Which one? There were so many.
when they first like confronted the stalker in the store while it was kind of still open and everything was lit up.
Yeah.
That was a pretty horrid fight scene. Like the choreography was very bad.
yeah. I mean,
But that was funny.
In a real like, I think it's I when it comes to stuff like that, I do think it's somewhat realistic because in a real fight, it's like it's never looks good. Somebody's always going to miss a punch or something or hesitate. It just looks stupid. So
That's fair.
Fair.
Yeah.
But I think my favorite part of that fight was when that fucking deli guy with coffee came out of fucking nowhere. You can hear them. You can hear people like throwing punches, and you're just walking with your fucking coffee. Like, let's walk towards the noise and see what's happening. Like,
What's going on here, guys?
Yep.
Oh my god.
All right. That magazine cover that had Sting on it that they kind of did a jump scare with. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
That was horrid. Also, they showed that magazine a few times, and I don't really understand it. They just
It
love
might have-
Sting?
It's
It just
possible.
might have been popular at the time.
Yeah,
that's fair.
If there's popular trends at the time, movies are going to try to put like little I don't want to call them Easter eggs, but
They didn't
Easter
have-
eggs that are in there.
They didn't have algorithms at that time, so they had to guess.
This band was popular at least 4 years running. Let's go.
Yep.
Everybody loves Sting. Get a nice front cover shot of him. They'll love it. That goddamn hamburger story.
I loved that, actually. I really
I think that
liked
was
that.
the best story of the entire movie. Like, that was the whole...
I honestly did like that, where he's walking down with the guy's head and he's eating a fucking sandwich. I thought it was hilarious. Oh, God.
I'm really glad that you enjoyed that.
Mhm.
I think it was better because the assistant manager who was telling it seemed super like, why would you do that? Like, you seem a little over the top for someone who's just swinging a head around finishing their sandwich.
It does seem like something I would do, to be honest.
Didn't he admit later that he was the one?
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
he actually was running towards her with a sandwich in one hand and a head in another. He literally did that to her and said, oh, guess it's about me. It's like,
Which seems like a great time to attack. What's he gonna do? Swing a head at you? They're bulky.
He
They're
was
not even
super
sharp.
strong.
yeah.
I think that's the worst part about it, is there's nothing to explain the amount of damage this guy took. Like, if he's just a normal human being, right? You know, in a lot of other horror movies, you have some sort of demonic powers or something. But this guy is a fucking assistant manager at a damn grocery store.
Yeah, there was
That-
some weird supernatural shit.
That was the odd one about this one, is they really, like, brought it down to earth. They're just like, just a man. Nothing else.
And I
He's
mean-
just mad because the store's closing.
Don't get me
You get
wrong, like adrenaline, if adrenaline kicks in, it can definitely give you a lot of energy and just have you
Valid.
keep going and going. But
Yeah.
is he taking shots of the damn thing straight into his fucking heart and just going nonstop? I don't.
It must have
Maybe
been
he was on a
every death was just a build-up. He kept storing it and storing it.
Right.
Every
Well,
death-
it was the 80s, so he could have been on a lot of cocaine. I mean, a
Every-
shit ton
Probably.
of cocaine.
Every kill, he just got more and more torqued.
Just fucking one
Just
line
right.
after one.
What they didn't show was him snorting the guy's blood, snorting the actual corpse's blood as he go, because it's an adrenaline rush in there.
They didn't show the raging boner he had the entire movie.
But those camera angles, can you blame him?
The boner cam.
There, you know what? Sadly, if you probably went through it and if you went look back and looked specifically for that, John, you might find it.
You might find it. You might find it.
There you go, guys. There's your reason to go fucking watch this movie.
Yeah, look for the boner cam.
The guy that was cutting the watermelon like an absolute sociopath.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't
that's
even
right.
slicing it. He was just stabbing it in.
Why do you think I said the killer didn't have to kill him? He fucking mutilated himself.
He definitely would have. That knife would have slipped and went right in his jugular.
Yeah.
So the first kill was that girl. That was really like a lackluster death.
Yeah. It was not impressive at all.
They didn't
but-
even they didn't even really show it.
No, but at the same point
No,
in
they
time,
just show him.
they
the
wouldn't
shadow.
show much, and as a first kill, I guess she wouldn't have expected it, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it's your assistant manager that's walking up to you. Maybe he's helping you with your car or something. I wouldn't have expected a
Yeah, but
knife
the-
into my chest or something like that.
But the way that they
True.
showed it, though, she didn't even know he was there.
Yeah.
The way that they were showing it, like, she didn't make any noises of recognition, because she walked out alone. What's-his-face was already there because he got quote-unquote knocked out with a fucking sledgehammer.
Yeah.
That's why we didn't think
Oh,
anything
yeah.
more of him, because he fought the guy that was obsessed with Jennifer. They had
Yep.
a fight outside, and we saw the guy hit the assistant manager with a sledgehammer. We were like, "Oh fuck, he's out!" Nope, just gave him a segue to go fucking start killing people.
Mhm.
That is one thing I have to say about this movie is the characters aren't very... You don't get to know them on a level. Like, I remember about 2 people's names.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't
I-
want to know anything about Jennifer.
Yeah, I
She
don't
seems
give
like
it-
He's got a lot of fucking
Yeah,
drama, and
they-
I don't need that.
I don't
The
think
characters aren't very memorable.
I don't think they're meant to be. Like, this
No.
is literally just, hey, let's kill a bunch of little assholes. And I'm
Yeah,
okay with
pretty
that.
much.
I mean, I understand what
Great.
this was.
Guess I got a little carried away.
Such a great way of describing it.
Mm-hmm.
So then the second kill was, Hold up. What was it? Where am I?
I'm glad you kept track of who fucking died when, because I didn't. I was like, oh, they're dead.
I tried to. I believe the second one was the box crusher. Oh no! It was it was the manager with the receipt holder.
But he wasn't dead yet.
Oh my god! No, he was.
No, he wasn't.
Wasn't he?
He was crawling around.
I think what it was after he did everything to the manager was unconscious.
Yeah.
So the assistant manager thought he was
that's
dead.
right.
Yeah.
Because he was up by that ladder, and then the guy went up there and just completely ignored him, and then left.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm not gonna help someone who looks like they're already fucking dying when there's a killer chasing me. Sorry, you're fucking dead.
All right, everybody make a note to themselves. Tiffany will not help you at all, life or death situation or not.
Well,
Remember
we wouldn't help Tiff either.
Remember the Corey?
Fair.
I didn't help Nick, remember?
Speaking of the Quarry, Sam Raimi's brother was in this movie and in the Quarry as Sheriff.
Yeah.
What the hell are their names?
Hackett. I actually just watched Jack. I actually just watched
Hackett.
Except the guy. Yeah.
Yeah. That's I like that. And his brother's in a lot of movies. Very good actor.
Mm-hmm.
What else we got here? Lifetime movie lighting. Yeah, the lighting was bad. Which, if you're gonna, I get that they're overnight stalkers, but you could still light up the store so they can see what they're doing.
No. They don't want people. They don't want customers coming in and being like, "Hey, fucking open the door." No, we're not open. No.
People kept fucking calling anyways while they were closed.
No, that was the obsessed guy. I kept calling her from the payphone outside.
Well, or it was that chick's boyfriend or whatnot. I don't know.
Oh yeah, the Jennifer's friend's boyfriend who was like, "Make sure you bring the beer."
Nobody cared about that. Nobody cared about it.
No. Let's see what we got.
Actually, that brings up a really funny point.
What's that?
So that guy, the girl's boyfriend, was like obsessed, like, "Hey, make sure you bring the beer." How come he never went to go She never came home for a couple hours. I'm assuming she lived pretty close.
He did
why
call.
Would he not come? He called, but why wouldn't he come to the store and be like, "Hey, did her car break down?" You're not gonna investigate or call the cops on that?
He probably thought she was banging his friend or something.
That's fair.
And then it was going to be an ended relationship. We could go into a whole bunch.
As long as she brings the beer, I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
We're done, bitch. But can I still get that beer? Can you help me put it in the car quick?
I need that beer right now, huh?
We're done, but that beer, pretty important. The next one I got, the dude got stabbed with the longest knife ever. That knife was absurdly large.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that was Sam Raimi's death when he got stabbed in the back of the head. That knife was just absolutely too much.
And doesn't make any sense why it would have that kind of power, but yeah.
Well, yeah, because they make it seem like the human skull is like a watermelon.
It's fucking cake.
everything is cake!
That's with that frickin' what was it, a bandsaw or whatever? That's what I instantly thought about when he took the guy's head through it. It's like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That was a good one. Then it was the box crusher death.
Yeah.
I
will say this. I thought that guy, because he was really fucking dumb. I swear.
That's what I wrote. That the guy was the dumbest fucker ever.
He was. And I swear to God, I thought that, he probably had killed every brain cell with acid or whatnot. And I swear to God, they were going to make it so easy and so stupid for his death that he went in there voluntarily. And at least they didn't do that. And
he's like, I'm just done with work tonight.
Yeah.
I'm just going to stick my head in a box crusher.
Yeah. But no, it's like, I gotta go see what's over on the other side. I'm gonna go into the fucking actual box crusher to do that. Thank God they didn't do that. He didn't do that, because that I would have called bullshit.
Yeah.
That's fair. Everything else up to this point in this movie has been pretty spot on.
Oh, perfect.
The next one was the Dead by Daylight kill, I called it. It still doesn't make any sense. He just put the dude up on a hook.
Yeah, he's still alive. That guy's the one that got away.
He must have, because it only went into his jaw, and those hooks weren't very long, so it didn't go to his brain.
And honestly, God.
Pretty sure he choked on his own blood, if anything.
Well, yeah,
I guess that's very true.
he could have done that, but the jaw, I don't think, would be able to hold that amount of weight.
I feel like it would have just tore out, which
I think
actually,
it
if
would've
they would have
too.
gone that route, would have been really cool.
Yes.
That would have been like
They
a.
spent all their money on the bandsaw, guys. Why don't you calm down?
That's true. That's
Mhm.
true.
Because that was like the one kill that we actually saw all the way through was the fucking bandsaw.
Yeah, I think that's the one
Everything
we had.
else was like, oh, there you go. There's the general aspect of it.
I think that's the one we had in high school.
The bandsaw or
Yeah.
the
What?
injury?
Yeah, I think we got
That's
that
like,
one.
where's that going?
Our bandsaw
You remember that?
sucked.
You remember that kid freshman year that got his head ran through the bandsaw?
Yeah,
Everybody
that
does.
was that.
Great, we're gonna have a fucking comment on our podcast. I had that happen in my school.
Bro, you'll never believe it. My high school, sophomore year, kid's head through a bandsaw.
Oh my god.
The next note I have a zipline drop kick to cleaver slash. I don't know if I remember what the hell that was.
Zip line.
He went
Was-
down like there was the guy that went down like it wasn't a zip line, but it was a like a moving. What the fuck are those things called?
Conveyor belt?
Yes, it was a slanted. The one that Rainey's character was all like chopped up down that was going down when Jennifer saw it.
Yeah.
mhm.
There was that, but I don't know about a
There-
zip
So I feel like, remember like the guy that was put up on the hook? I feel like the person like rode that for a little bit and like drop kicked the intruder. Am I wrong? I might be wrong. I don't remember this.
No, I think Jennifer did that. But I don't think it was it the guy on the hook?
But then what was a cleaver slash? I remember we joked about the fact
Yeah,
that
they're your
the guy.
fucking notes.
Yeah, I don't know where to
I
follow
know.
you on this.
I don't remember. But we did joke about it at the beginning, like, why the fuck is he using this knife and not a cleaver? And
Right.
then, like, three scenes later, he had a cleaver, and we were like, oh, there you go.
Yeah.
He just couldn't find it. My next note is Jen is a fucking idiot.
Yeah, well, of
Dude, you
course.
saw that in the first 10 minutes after the opening sequence.
That's that goddamn mystery door they kept showing where the dials were rotating.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Still don't really know what that was.
One of the best camera angles ever. That's what that was.
That's where the creepy hallway camera angle started, was from that. That was
That-
the
What was the door? What
That
was
adds
the
more
door?
credit to the grocery store being haunted.
That's fair.
You know, honestly, I'm going to answer this entire movie right now as to how this happened. It's haunted by demonic powers that are possessing this assistant manager. There you go. That's the answer.
I'm not satisfied.
And then my next note is a random shows up and walks into the door. Do you remember that?
Yeah, it was the
Yeah,
produce
I know,
guy.
this-
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he peeled
No.
off because he was like, "Fuck."
Wasn't the produce guy later?
Oh yeah, there was
Thought-
there was a random couple
There's a
that showed
random
up.
customer, yeah, because he was an
Yeah.
older guy. He was like, "What the fuck?"
He's probably trying
but-
to get the fucking $1.35 cigarettes. That's what was going on.
But it's an overnight stock crew. The store should be closed. Like, this is normal
Do you-
closing hours.
Do you know what time every fucking grocery store closes?
Yeah.
No,
Not
you don't.
They're not open at 2 in the morning, and I'm assuming
You
this time
know
was
what
2 in the
time-
morning.
You are assuming.
Chances are, okay, it's the 80s. All right, they were probably drunk and they needed
Oh,
to get
definitely.
cigarettes.
Did you see the
So
chick
I
in
know
the
that's
car
how it would
doing-
be in Wisconsin.
They probably closed the store at like 6 p.m. like every small town grocery store does. So I get it. Dude probably showed up at 9. You know, get there before beer sales stop and grab his $1.35 cigarettes. Let's see, he just picked the wrong day, I guess.
Yeah.
Hole in hand doesn't hurt. Oh yeah, the person that was attacking her in the freezer. Remember she like didn't she stick somebody with a hook like in their hand and they just didn't even like flinch?
Yeah.
Wasn't that the killer?
It was. The
Yeah, it
killer.
was. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was the assistant manager. Yeah, and he didn't even like fucking react. He was like,
But-
"Ah."
But the best
Remember-
part about it is, okay, so there's there's no actual proof. So she immediately goes to the conclusion when she sees that wound on his hand, right, that he's the killer. There was no proof that he killed anybody at that time. She stabbed him because he was trying to go through a door. So she just stabbed a random hand.
That is valid.
That's a pretty good plot hole. This.
Yeah. Like, okay, there's dead bodies everywhere. I see John strolling around the corner. I'm going to stab him because he's got to be the killer, right?
I feel like you would.
Yeah. But that's not the point.
Aside.
That's for other reasons.
All right, the next one.
Personal, John.
That's fine. I mean, if you have the right amount of money, we can make this happen. Find an old abandoned grocery store you can chase me around in.
Oh, God.
Just use the one down the road from you.
Fair. So I have that register. Remember the register chase scene? When she starts running away and he chases her, but he decides to, like, run from the top of each register?
Yeah.
That was the most asinine way to chase somebody I've ever seen in my life.
It was an intense decision that they thought was right. They figured it would make the whole chase scene that much more intense because it's like, oh god, look at how fit he is. He's gonna fucking get her.
I feel like they were just like, yeah, so he chases her. Whoa, you know it'd be cool? If he was on top of the registers chasing her. And they're like, yeah, dude, that'd be fucking killer.
Again, 80s. They were probably smoking shit as they wrote this.
Yeah, they were probably like 19 or 20, too.
All valid. Smoking the $1.35 cigarette.
It does something to you, that $1.35 tobacco.
All valid reasons why you should go back to the 80s. Everything should go back to the 80s.
Oh, my God.
She went and hid behind pegboard, and if our viewers are unfamiliar with pegboard, it has a bajillion holes in it.
Mm-hmm.
And that shit is easily breakable. Like, super fucking easily breakable.
You seem to have a really hard time with...
The killer does start to chop the popcorn that was hanging on the thing beside her, and for some reason it didn't go through and kill her at all.
Yeah, no, she got no gashes, no side stabs.
Oh, you know what?
Fucking things getting pushed in. Nothing.
You know what it probably was? He probably needed another line of cocaine. He was running low.
That's true.
That was it.
It's probably too long since his last kill.
Yep.
The penis was at about 75% chub. He needed at least 80 to get through that pegboard.
Yep. Yeah, it's kind of like rolling a 20-sided dice.
He rolled a 1.
You rolled a 1.
Her nosebleed also while she hid in that pegboard. Lady, you gotta see a doctor. She's gotta
stop huffing paint out of a fucking paper bag is what she's gotta do.
You know, constant nosebleeds are a sign of doing cocaine as well.
Yes,
well, we had no context, so that's our context. She did a lot of fucking cocaine.
Maybe that's why. Maybe you can do so much that, like, knives can no longer hurt you, and she didn't realize that. So for a little while, she was invincible.
Yep.
That was before the assaulting happened of her boyfriend, though, at the
time. The next thing I have is break through a sliding door. I believe she tried to break through a sliding door.
Oh, yeah.
It was the automatic doors.
Yep. Which literally have one lock on the side that you can just twist and manually slide the door open.
Well, is there any reason... Now, let's just say for the sake of argument that in the 80s, for whatever reason, that those had key holes in them. That you couldn't do that. Let's just say. I mean, I know they don't anymore, but...
It's
you think the keyhole's on the inside?
It could be. It could be. I have no idea.
I mean...
They installed the fucking thing backwards.
They didn't... Here's a valid point of how stupid the 80s were in some aspects when it comes to doors. They didn't have handles on the inside of coolers yet. That wasn't mandatory. So if you got shut in there, you could be stuck in there for a long period of time.
That's a very, very valid point. I will give you that one. Good
you know
sir.
what? I'm going to take your guys' word on that because I'm not an 80s baby. I'm a 90s, so okay.
You suck.
I think they fixed that by the time I was born.
You make you make me disgusted. Oh God.
I'm okay
People
with
like
it.
Tiffany are the reason that they had to put handles inside of those freezers.
Oh, definitely. You know how many times working at McDonald's I was threatened I was going to get shoved into the freezer? Many
Yeah.
times.
Yes.
That
Is
was
that
a
what they-
thing that was a thing we did.
Yeah. It
Was that what they did to nerds at McDonald's?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even nerds. It was just we were that bored.
I just
That's
ate.
fair.
I just ate food. Free food. That's what I did.
My guy.
I mean,
understand that.
That's why you worked night shift, because that's what you did.
Yeah. I wasn't gonna work breakfast. Fuck that.
Oh my god, it was the worst.
At this point, the killer can teleport and somehow ends up outside of said sliding door.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
he did some serious Houdini shit. Like, are you going through like a trap door that we don't know about?
There
Like,
is-
what the fuck?
The time span of that. There's no good reason, right? I mean,
No.
You could argue that okay, maybe he knew another exit because he knew the store, like the back of his hand. So maybe he knew
Possibly.
Yeah.
another exit, but his timing was instantaneous. So it was,
Yeah.
yeah.
And she is also an employee there. She should know about any
Yeah,
way
but
to
she's
get
pretty
out.
stupid.
She's a fucking kid. Hold on. She's dumb.
Yeah,
I'll
she's
give her
dumb.
that.
Okay. Yeah.
She could have fucking listened, like, oh yeah, in case there's an emergency, let me remember where all the exits are. She could fucking care. If an emergency happens, she's gonna panic and die, whatever the emergency is.
In case your assistant manager ever snaps and starts murdering everybody, here are the fastest exits in the building.
Well, I mean, to be fair, that's a valid point. I mean, nowadays you have to worry about active shooters and shit, so you actually have to listen to it. So
That's true.
Yeah, yes.
Valid.
But again, back then,
Yeah,
let's
you
look at
didn't,
statistics.
or it wasn't publicized as much anyway.
It wasn't
Yeah.
as commonly
Yeah.
talked about. Let's put it that way.
At this point, she then turns around, hears a noise, and says, "Who's there?"
Yeah.
Probably the fucking person trying to kill you.
That's my favorite part of any horror movie, anything horror. That's such a bad cliche. You hear a noise. What? Who's there? No, shut the fuck up. They don't hide.
Yeah, I mean, if somebody's actively trying to kill you and you know it, maybe don't, immediately announce your position.
Unless you see someone walk in who is new to the scene and is like, hey, is anybody out there? Like, they're not shouting, but they're kind of in the vicinity talking, like, hello, you know visually that they are not the killer. Then go fucking speak up and run to them and say, hey, help me, I'm gonna die. But until you
Hey, bitch.
know.
Yeah, no, that was a bad move.
Screw that. If I'm ever in a horror movie, I'm just going to run down the dark forest, shooting off a shotgun in the air, and just riding on a fucking peg that's squealing away.
All while juggling flares.
Yeah. And one bottle of Jack Daniels just for good measure.
With
My
a
guy,
pack
I
of
get it.
$1.35 cigarettes sticking out of your pocket.
No, because I can't fucking get that.
I was just saying, can he time travel all of a sudden?
God, I wish.
I'm sure there's vintage ones out there, Matt. You can find it.
Most people would use time machines to go back and change world events. Matt would just go back to buy cigarettes.
You want to know what the best thing is? I got a handful of things that I actually counted in the store that I love. Number one,
Oh, God.
all the workers were stealing shit. Nobody gave a shit except for this guy. So, number
Yeah.
two, they had live fish, which I think was very cool back in the day. Get fresh
Live
catch and
lobster, to be
everything.
specific.
And live lobster. Yeah, they had both. They actually did do a
Seafood.
cutscene to
There
fish
was
as well.
fish?
Yes.
Seafood.
Oh, okay.
And
yeah, seafood, I guess
and
I
of
know.
course, yes, the cigarettes. But the best fucking hands down the best part when they're going down the cereal aisle, and I watched every single cereal I saw there. You know what wasn't fucking there? No goddamn waffle crisp. Thank God for no goddamn waffle crisp.
This podcast is
Why
over.
are you
This
hating?
podcast
Why
is
are you
over.
hating on
I
me?
hate you soulless man. You don't ever talk bad about Waffle Crisp, alright, you son of a bitch?
It's crap cereal for crap people, John.
I am
And you know
crap
what?
people. You know what? I am crap people, and I will enjoy all of my crap cereal. Thank you very much.
You know, I'm gonna agree to disagree with John on this one, just because I disagree with his other cereal ideas. But Waffle Crisp is good.
But if you notice in this movie, they did have Frosted Flakes before Tony the Tiger.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
Yeah,
That was very
that is
cool to
accurate.
see all those old labels, I must say.
That was actually pretty cool.
Attention to detail on those things is definitely what makes it memorable. Not your actual plot, but it makes your movie memorable because of the little things you put in.
I kind of wish I would have paid. Good God, what is going on with this hair?
You fucking having issues or what?
It's attached to an ugly person.
You know what?
So
You said it.
at this point, she then does whatever the fuck that run was.
Yeah,
That they
Jesus
they pan
Christ.
down each aisle to see her running, but it was like a weird, less effort Baywatch run.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
you know, I really didn't want to live anyway.
You could
Let's
see
make it
the
look
hope.
like I tried.
You could see the hope draining from her as she ran that way.
I'm going to die either way due to consistent nosebleeds in the next week, so
yeah, she's already doomed.
it doesn't
That's
matter.
fair. That's fair. So then, as they escaped, she somehow got pulled under the Jeep and then out the other side by the assistant manager as if effortless.
Yeah.
That was...
Yeah, she did no struggle. She easily could have struggled to stop from being pulled under.
Yeah.
Like...
Pulling somebody under a car, you have to lay down to do that. It's the most absurd way to try to kidnap somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention, if you could actually latch on to, like, the seat where the chick was hanging off of, to, like, your upper body would be the, like, L-shaped to try to fucking stop you from being pulled under, like...
Yes.
What the fuck?
I don't know. It was one of the goofiest things.
Literally the only thing I've ever seen, and I doubt it could actually be done, but the worst thing I've ever seen from a killer underneath a car is cutting the Achilles tendon from somebody in a horror movie.
Oh, what was that from?
I don't recall.
Is that a hostile thing? That sounds like a hostile
No,
thing.
I want to say it was called like Urban Legends or something like that.
I think that was it. Hostel, they did cut the...
But yeah, but that was a
the
torture
person
thing.
Yeah, the person was in
That
a
was a
chair,
torture.
and oh
Yeah.
my god, that scene. Then they show it when he stands up and just falls
Yep.
forward.
You
Oh.
see the tendon actually like move.
Yep. Oh, that was whoever did the effects for that. That was fantastic.
If that ever happened to me in a horror movie, I would spend my last remaining moments just bitching out the guy saying, "You are a fuck. You could have killed me several different ways. You are an asshole."
I would just whine.
Mad on this
No.
one. I'd be like, dude.
Tiff would be like, "I knew it. I knew I was gonna die. I just didn't
Oh,
know
no,
it was
no,
gonna
no.
be by you."
No. That if I am ever in a situation where there's a killer running around, a zombie apocalypse, whatever the fucking case may be, I am going to be one of the first people to die. I'm already come to terms with this.
I could be
Matt's
either,
a survivor.
I could be either at the beginning or at the end. I think I'm gonna die, no matter what. But it's a question of when, I think, for me.
It's amazing too because somehow you'd talk shit while you were being killed and
Yeah.
while you were surviving.
Oh yeah.
It would be amazing.
Oh yeah.
That's all Matt does is talk shit.
I
It's
know.
in his DNA.
I mean, that's exactly how I want to go.
So finally, okay, this assistant manager must have been stabbed 35 times.
Quite a bit,
This
yeah.
He wasn't
This-
stabbed. It was the knife or the cleaver was like slashed at him and then dragged down. So it was like a slashing. He never was stabbed. It was like a slashing
Yeah.
No, she
motion.
she
And he got
stabbed him with the knife, right, from the first kill from her friend, because she got that
Well,
knife
she-
from her.
She hit him in the arm a
Oh, yeah,
bunch
that
of
was the
times with
one.
the cleaver, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
stabbed him a bunch with the knife.
Yeah.
And
I
then
don't
so
think
then
there
the
was that
cops
much stabbing.
the cops finally show up and arrest the two survivors, Jen and the guy,
The abusive boyfriend.
the assault, the stalking guy. And then at some point she looks over and the assistant manager that got stabbed opens his eyes and they like scream.
Oh, no, the whole back and forth thing. Like
Yeah.
he went silent, the cops came, they got arrested, like, you guys are under arrest because you guys are fucking killed. Because they saw him, like, stabbing the assistant manager in the phone booth. They were pulling him off, like, oh my god, you fucking killers, what the fuck are you doing? Then he he was still, like, partially conscious, making noise and, like, laughing, and then, because he was the one that said, they did it. Then you see him, like, kind of, like, lose consciousness for a second. Then it's a whole back and forth with the cops, and then it goes back to him, and he opens and wakes up, and it's like, dude, just fucking die!
It seemed like they didn't know which direction they wanted to take it. Either A, do we pin it all gets pinned on them, and they go to jail for the rest of their lives, or B, do we want him to come back again? Like, they couldn't decide which way they were going to go.
Hardcore, they were doing both ones. They decided both.
So it's like, okay, we can't agree on this. We're just going to throw both in there.
And then they just kind of, that was it.
Yeah.
That they were getting arrested. The cops said, hold on. And then they rolled end credits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With
no fucks given. Scene.
No, it left her screaming because he was staring at her, like, through the window, like, hey, I'm fucking alive, bitch!
After credit scenes really didn't exist in the 80s, I don't think.
I think they were few and far between.
They were very few. They
just left that movie wide open to interpretation. You decide. Do you want the happy ending or do you want the bad ending?
This was before they started coming out with the full motion video games, so they had to put it in the movies, the interpretation.
All right.
They made a
podcast. Go ahead.
They made a Sega game after this. And fucking, it's just this guy walking down with the sandwiches and a head in the other.
You hit the B button and it just says, "Who's there? Why are you here?"
You know what? I'd play that game.
Yeah, I would too. So Matt, would you? All right, we gotta go. Is it Slash is good and Smash is bad, or?
Well, no, Smash would be good. Slash is bad. Like, you're slashing away from your list.
All right, so would you slash or smash this? Movie?
I would. This is a situation where it's a one-night stand. I would smash it, but I would never call it back.
That's respectable. Absolutely.
I'm not gonna lie, I really like that answer.
That's fair. That is 100% fair. This movie was a goddamn delight, and if you had a bunch of friends over and watched it, you're gonna have a good time.
Ooh, that is true. Like, if nobody else saw this and you did, and you'd play this, number one, everybody there would hate you, but they would also could not stop laughing.
Yeah. If you want to have a good time and laugh at a cheesy movie, this is easily top 10.
A good way to do it is I would slash it for the horror, but I would smash it for the humor.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Definitely. We should make a list of what we slash and smash.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have to put this one as smash, but one night stand. We're not calling it back, as Matt so elegantly put it.
One night slash, thank you.
All right, yeah, this is the podcast. I had a bunch of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. What a movie. What a first movie we chose.
Yeah, and a rare movie that you get to see Sam Raimi. Normally he's in quite a few, but
I was gonna say he's pretty popular actually.
Yeah. But it's nice seeing that, like, early works, and then he must have just been like, well, we did Evil Dead. Bruce, do you want to pop in this movie for a second? He's like, you get 2 minutes, and that's it. So that was cool.
Yeah.
But, all right, we will put this out. We have a Facebook, a Twitter, an Instagram. Everybody follow us. We'll have a YouTube shortly.
John's running all this stuff, so if you don't like something, just hate him.
Or you can go ahead. You can hate me. No, I'll take care of that, John. You can hate me, guys, because I don't.
Oh my God, I'm sending all of our complaints to our HR department.
Right here. Right here. I will respond after a six-pack for sure.
I can't wait to hear the responses from HR.
Email any complaints to the /smash podcast@gmail.com, and I will make sure they get to HR.
Yep. We care here.
All right. We will see you all next episode.
Yeah, basically.
Gotta work on that sign off, but you guys have a great night.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.